field from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Tigers' offense will go to work first. And David, if you like big plays, and I know you do, and highlight real catches, and I know you do, we've got a guy for you on this offense.
Man, it's so fun to watch him, not for defensive coordinators and defensive players, but this is a guy that can make plays all over the field. He will be highlighted, just the speed, the playmaking, the catching ability. Jesse, he will make plays early and often.
Man, it is so nice as a quarterback when you have a guy like that lining up, because you can just throw it anywhere in his vicinity and trust he's going to find a way to get it done and make the catch. Even when he's defended, he is always open, and you're going to see him line up all over the field, and he'll get the ball in a variety of ways.
To the air, it's Ncaa. Going for a big play right off the bat. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. He'll take another shot here. Snags it at the 30 and still running. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. And yet another Bayou Bengal baller on the outside who can just go get it.
And if I'm a quarterback, man, I love throwing to these guys. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have to.
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU. Well, that couldn't have gone any better.
It's so great for an offense to come out right out of the gate and score a touchdown on your opening drive. It just helps the offense establish that rhythm that is so important. It'll be interesting now to see how this offense does the remainder of this contest.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Groupers' offense will go to work for the first time today. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass in coverage. They can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know, the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front, they could not protect him well enough.
He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Wants to throw. It's Ncaa. The quick out. There he goes. Ball down at the 38-yard line, and a big pickup of 15 yards there. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Fires it down the seam. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. He'll bring it out. It's They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. He'll do it himself. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. He'll keep it himself. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away. Got a little space. Spins away from the defense. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Sends it downfield. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, everything was going so well for this team early here in this game, and now all of a sudden they get a critical mistake. And you know how college football, David, is about momentum. What is their defense going to be able to do here now when they take the field?
Oh, it's picked off. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Tiger. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
Man, what a picture-perfect start to this football game. Like, offense doing their job, defense getting the ball back, and this offense, I'll tell you what, it is an impressive unit to watch. They were good on tape all week studying them. They're better in person, and they are out the gate strong in this first quarter.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Here comes the option. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback, somebody has to have the pitch, and most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. With jet sweep pass. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. He'll pull it on the read. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd down, going up top. Got it in the middle, it's Parrish. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. The groupers will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Scanning the field, it's Nussmeier. He's going for the big play. Finds a spot down the gut of the knee. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
How explosive is this offense, right? They rev it up so quickly. Speed, playmaking ability, versatility, running, throwing, NFL talent all over the place. And after that last touchdown, they've already blown this game wide open. And guys, we're not even through the first quarter yet.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll leave it with him. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. He stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Wants to adjust the pattern. Takes the handoff. It's Durham. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. He wants to go deep. Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. But if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll try the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground here, off right tackle. Turning on the Jets. Shoved out of bounds right at the 35-yard line in the running game, getting the job done. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Grabbed over the middle at Sheffield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
Guys, LSU has the lead here. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. First play of the period will be a second down. Wants to go up top. Under heat, and he gets rid of it.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
Finds a man on the right. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37. They have been... We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. And the groupers with the 1st and 10. Rides the back on the option, the give. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Goodness gracious, if you blinked, you missed it. Horrible blocking up front. Defender gets in there so fast.
Did he line up in the backfield? Hand off from the gun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up here in the second half on defense? That's the question.
He'll do it himself. He gets it to the 34-yard line with excellent third down defense, and fourth down's coming up. Here comes the field goal unit. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have...
He's going to fire deep. Makes a grab on the shot. Wide open spaces. Touchdown LSU. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Louisville has the lead right now, but it's not like Lamar Jackson is under center out there today, which might explain why this one is so close. They're up by 4 over Bowling Green. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on it. defense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
The groupers will call on their punt team. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Give to the running back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up and get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Runs through a tackle. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Now on third down after that run. The give to the tailback. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Quarterback may change this route. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. He fires one deep over the middle. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
That's a big-time completion. And guys, I think they caught the defense napping right there. I think everybody on defense thought that they were going to maybe throw to the sticks on that one, but instead, the quarterback had some other ideas. He had a matchup he loved one-on-one, vertically down the field. He took advantage of it. His guy made a great catch. Let's keep this drive going.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. Here on third down for this offense. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Caught in the backfield, it's Anderson. And he didn't squeeze it, it's loose. How in the world did the offense retain possession? And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring in the first half. Before then, they can get another score. They want to throw it. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, LSU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the crud at them so bad, you start to put the backups in, and all them get to get juice and get to get some playing time, get some feel good. And the other side, well, they're just taking it right to the face.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
What a Great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Second down, they'll go to the air. They come up with their second safety of the game. You don't see that very often.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
And some room to work.
Returner is tackled down at the 26, and your LSU Tigers will take over.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
The Tigers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. A strike downfield. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Anderson. And a nice grab with a defender right on him, and he's down at the 20. And at this point, the defense looks as if they've been in one of those dizzy bat races. They've got no idea where the ball's coming from. He's over 500 yards passing.
Yeah, this is a Heisman Trophy level performance from this guy. The accuracy, the decision-making, the athleticism, everything has been on display.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Unloads quickly. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
And man, this quarterback is on fire this drive. They've run 5 plays offensively. He's thrown it all 5 times. He's 5 for 5, and now he has him down here on the goal line. Why not go 6 for 6 with a tutty?
This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are, first and goal, a chance to tack on another one before halftime. Use the play fake, now to throw. Moving away from pressure. Got it behind the line. It's Anderson. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Timeout, LSU.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Can the D deny them on second and goal?
Easy.
Gets it out fast. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable first half in Baton Rouge. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in Baton Rouge.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys. You got guys out of the portal. You put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
The give on the option. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need...
Lofts one high and deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there. Trickled through his fingers.
And you thought maybe in the second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
And the groupers will send out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They'll start this drive from the 42. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Extra blockers on the field. Offense goes full house. Creates a little room. It's a running room. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense.
He's loose. It's a seam wide open. Touchdown, Tiger. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Vanderbilt is down big on the scoreboard, and for a program that traditionally struggles to score, I think we know where this one is headed. They're trailing by 14 to Georgia State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. On the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. On the run, it's Craig. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The groupers will try to pin them back with the punt. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Leaves it with the running back. There he goes. Got the first down. Looking for more. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. And the Tigers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Right back to the well. Steamrolls his way ahead. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down. Running back searching for a hole. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
I think a big key in this team's success today has been their ability to run the football. They've been able to just hand it off and go churn out yards.
Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he splits the uprights on the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Bringing it back. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. They are backed up, tough field position. The drive starts from their own 9-yard line. Snagged in the middle. It's Hobbs. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Sends it back in motion. He'll ride his man on the option. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Wicks. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And the groupers line up to punt it away. Looks it in at the 40. Makes a move. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse's showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
Power football with the run. Able to make the tackle, but not before he gets 5 yards down to the 21. The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking for a gap. It's Jackson. Not a lot there. Picks up 1 inside the 20 to the 19. And now on 3rd down after that last run. They'll try to run for it. LSU will get a 1st down.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long. And here on 3rd down, they're handing it off.
Heading to the end zone. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. So now with 1st and goal, let's see what LSU does here. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
And this is the area of the field where it gets really, really tough. Because the red zone, you know you got to run the football more. Well, this defense is #1 in the nation against the run. So I look for...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. If you want to know how to reach this guy, just send his mail to the end zone. That's where he lives.
He definitely is today. And I think the defense has to be getting a little sick and tired of the same guy beating him time and time again.
Getting set for the point after. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. They made sure that good field position paid off, going 45 yards. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring it out. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
The Groupers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass, it's Wicks. They'll run the screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Picks up just a few before he's brought down, not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. And the Groupers decide to punt it away. He gets it away from his own end zone. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
And completed. He threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back. And guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. Trying play action. looking for the end zone. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
No big surprise there, right? You're throwing to a guy that already has 3 touchdown catches in the game, so take another shot. Every time he has looked his way, good things have happened, and that's one of the very few times in this game so far where they have not been able to hook up.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the 4th quarter, so you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. We all count our stats. At the end of the season, we look up, you got 1,000 yards receiving. All these plays still matter.
They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day. They'll run the option. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, 3rd and long coming up. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. The groupers send out the punt unit. Here's the return. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially
speeding down the left side. Running free, going to the end zone, but way back behind him, there's a flag on the field. So the O-lineman got a little too far downfield. It wipes out the touchdown, and they'll back it up 5. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Direct snap. It's Durham. Caught in the backfield. It's Nussmeier. Oh, out of space. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he makes the extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Central Michigan is darn near putting up video game numbers offensively, and the result is a comfortable lead for the Chippewas on the scoreboard. They're up 14 over the Judicials. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates you'll see in here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. To the ground with the back. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day. And the groupers are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll go to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. And they got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking for space, it's Jackson. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
The trickeration goes awry, and it'll be 4th down. They'd hope to get him in space, create running room, and there just wasn't anything there.
Yeah, I love the 3rd down, aggressive, in-your-face defense, not giving you any room to run down the field. Great job by the defense. They saw the throw, the quick pass, reacted to it, got him on the ground for a loss.
Converts on 4th down, still going. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
Flags flying as the pass is incomplete. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense getting set for 1st down. It's a flea flicker. Oh, they're after him. Incomplete, and they tried to catch him flat-footed on 1st down, but the defense was ready.
And that feels so good if you're a player, because you know you've been practicing that flea flicker all off season. You're just begging your offensive coordinator to dial it up, and they went out and they executed it beautifully.
Under fire. They pick it off, and this defense, a much-needed play. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
Trick plays are really fun when they work. But when they don't work, everybody's like, why the heck did you run that? Because I practiced it. I practiced it all week. I'm going to call it at some point in the game. Unfortunately, it didn't work out.
They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. They go to the ground. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Hands it off on the counter. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first pop, and the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you can tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disrupted. They've been all over the field.
The groupers will punt it away on 4th down. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He's got great speed. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Motion from the back. On the direct snap, it's Durham. grabbed behind the line. It's Nussmeier. They bring him down, and that's why you give them that wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. Tosses it back. It'll fall incomplete. A little creativity on first down, but it doesn't work. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Makes the grab. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Those linemen can get a little aggressive sometimes in pass pro, and it'll cost him. Touchdown off the board, and they'll back up 5. Oh, he tosses it back. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. Tosses to the quarterback. It's complete. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. Well, they've been working on these trick plays in practice, and they must have felt ultra confident to go with it here.
And we practice them all the time, and everybody gets so excited in practice. When are we going to do it this week? When are we going to call it? Great timing on the call for the trick play, and you can see it caught the defense way off guard.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
Here on third down, will they go back to the running game? Leaves it with the back. He's able to fight his way for a couple of yards, but it'll be 4th down and 3. Defense uses a timeout. The clock stops with 17 seconds left. And the Groupers will punt this one away. He's got it. He gets a block. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. On the direct snap, it's Durham. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming